My kneecap itself is abnormally high, and along with that, something called my patella tendon is attached in the wrong place, which basically means my kneecap is just sort of like sliding off my knee constantly. And that pinches fat pads and muscles and all sorts, which leads to the pain I have. So the surgery is to lower my kneecap and realign my tendon, which therefore will hold my knee in place and stop the pain.
And how long a recovery process is that?
Although it may sound long to some people, but it's 6 months, which in hindsight, really, like, I'm feeling really positive about. So hopefully in 6 months' time, I'll be like back towards getting on the track to running, which obviously that anything can happen from there, anything.
And I suppose for you, the torment you've been through with this injury, 6 months is a small price to pay.
100. Everybody said like, oh my gosh, 6 months. And I'm like, oh, that's nothing. Like, I'll happily take 6 months.
Because you are from a sporting family.
Yes.
People might have heard the name Reid before.
My brother.
Your brother is the coolest man in Manx sport. He's got the headband and everything. Got a lot of time for the headband.
That headband. Yeah. Obviously, Joe's had an amazing season, and if anything, that's just motivated me even more to just want to come back fighting, because I think right now when I think about coming back to athletics, Birmingham 2020, the Commonwealth Games, we've got pretty much a home games, and for me and my brother to be there together is like everything I want to achieve. So, so much more, but that is just what I'm working towards now, is my brother and I at the Commonwealth Games, like representing the Isle of Man.
It would be a fantastic achievement to get there for you,
Yes.
just to be part of that squad. But also for you, it's good to see that you've got targets that you're setting yourself. Obviously, you might be in a bit of pain in the short term,
Yeah.
you might be out of action, but you've got something to work towards, which is very good. The fact that your brother is a runner and he was part of that Commonwealth Games team that went to the Gold Coast in Australia earlier this year, that must have been quite hard for you, because I think, as any sports person will know, if you are sidelined with an injury, the one thing you want to do is just get out there and be competing and be excelling as you were before this injury.
Of course. It was so bittersweet because Joe's selection process was quite complicated anyway, but then when he was announced that he was going, like, of course my first emotion was just sheer joy, but then I just thought, like, that should be us together, because for years we've been talking about this now, and it was just so hard not to be there with him, but I was so happy that at least one of us got to live it out, because Joe was somewhat close to not going, and when he did, I was just like, at least one of us gets to have this experience that we've been talking about. So
how has it been psychologically for you as well? Because I've been speaking to you now, I came in and saw you before we came up here to the studio. You seem very positive, a very happy person, but I can imagine you've been in some dark places.
Of course, like, being out in the States was so hard, because I was obviously away from all my family, away from my friends, away from my boyfriend, and to feel like no one's on your side is really difficult. But the big change for me happened. I knew I had to come home, so I came back, and then obviously I've got my immediate support systems back, and coming home made it a lot better. But then getting an answer made it 100 times easier to finally hear, like, yes, you need surgery, yes, this is the problem. That just got me on a whole new state of mind. Like, I was setting goals again, I was getting excited again. Like, I'm just back. I'm back where I was when I was fit. Like, I'm just so ready to go.